Welcome back to the I'm Just Saying podcast, episode number 12. NBA Finals just wrapped up. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. Shout out Giannis. Went fucking crazy in game six. Bobby was right. So I guess I gotta
Bucks and
retire.
six.
Gotta retire from the podcast.
I told y'all, America. I told y'all, Bucks and six. They gave me shit. Oh, son, Chris Paul doing his Dirk run. Shout out,
Uh,
Bucks
that's
and
what that's
six.
my
I
man.
told y'all, he sent that nigga home crying, tears in his eyes. Devin Booker on the court. Damn, it's over. Yeah, nigga, get your light skinned ass on, nigga. Boy, I told y'all. I told y'all from the jump. If Giannis play how he should play, which is no more than threes, get your ass in the paint. There is nothing the Suns can do to stop that. And what he do? All shots in the paint. He shot, I think, 1 3. It fortunately went in. Everything else in the paint. Dunking. Blocking everything. Grabbing all the boys. Well, he looked like prime Shaq out there, man.
Hey,
And
Monty Williams needed to get some shit too, cause he ain't make no fucking changes, bro.
What nothing he can do.
No, he could have stopped letting the nigga go 1-on-1 so much.
Listen, Giannis is what, 7 feet with the 7'6" wingspan, whatever Stephen A. be saying for KD. He probably taller than KD actually, but it ain't nothing. He ain't had no personnel on that squad that was gonna stop Giannis or even slow him down. The only person that could stop Giannis was Giannis, and he told y'all that shit cooked. I'm here.
You just gonna keep letting him go 1-on-1, bro. Let him fucking baby DeAndre Ayton like that, man.
If you ain't got the personnel, you ain't got the personnel. There's nothing you can do. Who on that? Who gonna stop him?
Box him, and they got way too many shooters now. It wasn't no
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. It wasn't nothing they can do. Because if they do collapse, the floor is spread.
Specifically for that game, though, bro, Giannis was legit. Him and Bobby Portis, but I'd rather Bobby Portis beat me than fucking Giannis score 50 on me. Like, come on, man. You got to do something.
See, they didn't have the personnel. They tried. I seen a few doubles. Just went straight up.
Man, Giannis made that game, and I think the game before that, bro, is like one of the games where I seen him really do everything he supposed to do.
Yeah.
That niggas up, score when he's supposed to. Cause y'all know I want him in the paint the whole game.
The whole game.
He did this shit the right way. Like if he not gonna be the player I want him to be, these 2 games was legit a Hall of Fame showcase. Like the man was the double team would come, great pass to the corners, great pass to the wing.
Yep.
Like he couldn't be stopped, man. He gained my respect, man. That nigga, even though the Nets supposed to been there, them niggas trash. But we got
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Let him have his time.
No, I gotta put that out there. I have to. But congrats. He at the end of the day, still, regardless, that nigga great, man. He one of the best power forwards to ever do it. He man, top 5 already?
He top 2. Fuck you talking about?
50 in the closeout.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Like he's up there with Dirk, KG, Timmy. He up there.
Hey, aside from his offense, though, that nigga from opening tip, he set the tone on defense, bro. Like, ain't shit shaking in this paint as long as I'm on this flow. That nigga was blocking jump shots, fast break layups.
And he was everywhere at once. I'm like, gee, this is crazy.
That's what separates superstars from them other niggas, man. When you know you got a chance to put some shit away, you leave all that shit on the floor, and he did that, man.
See, it was one possession. He on a switch. He was guarding Chris Paul on the perimeter. Chris must have threw the lob. I look up. Giannis already in the paint, swatting the shot away. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God. Giannis
he had them scared to attack the basket, bro.
That's what I was,
and was
man.
like, nah, I'm cool.
Man.
I watched Chris Paul get an offensive rebound. This was in the 4th quarter. He get an offensive rebound, like, it fell out of like Drew Holiday hands or some shit. He picked it up, and he had a wide open layup with Drew Holiday.
I know what you're talking about.
He turned around and threw it out of his shot. What the fuck?
I saw that.
That's how shook Giannis had them niggas, man.
I seen that. That was in the 4th quarter.
Had them niggas scared to shoot. That is one of the greatest performances we ever gonna see in our life.
Man, just imagine he had the edge to him when he out there talking shit. Boy, they had horror stories about Giannis, man.
And then the nigga turned into Steve Nash at the free throw line too, bro.
They said it yesterday, not yesterday, the day before. He was talking to Steph on the phone about point or some shit like that. I read that somewhere.
Oh damn, Steph gave
He
him the
don't shoot
mojo.
bad free throws at home, bro. At home, he okay. On the road, that shit get in his head. Them counting. Every game they played at home, he be okay from what you want your best player to do. That's going to the line. Like he could miss some, but man,
Sure.
the other
He was
night,
superb though, because he was
the other
17 and
night,
19.
he did his
That's
shit.
crazy.
That's why it's nothing. You cannot argue against him no more. He hit his free throws. He put 50 on the ass. 50. Like man,
And
it
as
is.
far as anybody want to like put an asterisk on it, or well, if Brooklyn was healthy, blah blah. Man, you play who in front of you.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, ain't no asterisk, because that
no,
ain't
it
got
ain't no
nothing to do with
asterisk on
them.
this at all.
Yep.
You
People
play
talk
who in
about
front
it.
of you.
We could talk about it, yeah. Like niggas could, you could talk about it all you want, but them niggas won. They name in the record
Yep.
books this year. He a champ.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. But the scary thing about it, bro, I think, like we always been saying, is if he get a jump shot, he gonna be the coldest. I think this championship finna make him get even better.
Go back in the lab, I can see it.
That shit could go one or two ways. It could make him relax a little and like, well, maybe I don't need that jumper, or it's gonna make him go harder. It's one of the two,
If he get the jumper, he the greatest player of all time.
bro.
You could
Legit,
lock it up. You could lock it
legit.
up. That's
Ain't
all
shit
he
you can do
missing.
about him.
That's all he missing.
And when you think about it, he's setting a blueprint for the future. Like 20, 30
Mm-hmm.
years from now, bro, it's gonna be 10
Mm-hmm.
Giannis's running around, but them niggas gonna be able to shoot out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
The big man go come back, bro. Everybody always say the NBA a full circle. Like Giannis go have niggas want to just, oh, I'm big. I'm finna go in a lane. I'm finna go down low and bust y'all up
Shoot, the
instead of
big
wanting
man
to be jump
already
shooter.
back.
But like for real, come back.
Shoot,
You mean
I
like
think
that everybody's team is built around a post up big type shit?
that ain't gonna never happen.
Yeah, I think that's over with.
Steph ruined that. Because now you got the next generation, all they doing is pulling threes from the logo. So the next 10, 20 years, that's all you finna get ready to see. Players who range go all the way out to the logo.
I'm just waiting for that nigga that's as tall as Porzingis, but playing like Giannis and KD put together, it's gonna be ugly.
Hey, if Giannis start pulling from the logo, G, oh my god.
Man, I'm out,
I'll
bro.
lose.
I'm done.
I'll lose my damn mind, bro.
I'm fucking done.
I will lose my damn mind.
If y'all just pull up from the fucking logo and that shit go inconsistent, I'm done with the NBA. Cause what am I watching for? Ain't nothing. Hey, you can't put no super team to stop that, man.
No wait, because I got a series of questions now. We got to get into it now. So first question I gotta ask: because he won and because he beat KD along the way, is he the best player in the game now, or is there still levels to this?
No, he's not the best player in the game.
Damn, Nico with the quickness.
Yeah.
The best players in the game got rings also. So it's like, come on, fam. I think it's four niggas in the game who better than him, who we can argue better than him. Kawhi, LeBron, Steph, KD, they all got rings. They all got multiple. He only got one.
So
Top five still ain't changed, and Giannis still ain't there.
now I agree. I agree that Giannis ain't the best player. Like Nico said, my top three ain't changed in years. My four to six will change every couple of months. But my top three, Steph, KD, Bron, ain't changed since 2015. But let me ask this: what do it take to become the best player in the game, though? Because we know legacy wise, he can't catch a Bron. He can't catch stuff. But what did he got to do to be seen as like the best player in the game right now?
I think he would have to do what LeBron did
What's
And
that?
what?
in 2016. Like, say Brooklyn come out, win like 68, 70 games next year, and then they meet Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals, and Giannis put them niggas out and then win the ring. It ain't shit you could say to him.
He the best player in the game. Then that's exactly what he got to do. He got to beat a fully. He got to beat a healthy Brooklyn squad. If
Because
they beat them and get a ring, he does.
for my money, KD's still the best in the game. So
You know me, I'm taking Braun.
my top five ain't changed yet. But it might soon. I got to see what Braun look like next season.
I'm about to say this. I think he passed Bron at this point, as far as like ability. Because Bron getting old.
Because that's who's finna get swapped out. Yep, that's exactly who's getting swapped out.
Because Bron 37, pushing 38, something like that.
And he actually starting to get hurt now. So
We
Yeah,
just
he
gotta
did.
see though, cause he hooped this shit when he was healthy. LeBron was low key the best player in the game.
He went on the crumb in the playoffs though.
Yeah, he wasn't. He
I
Cause
wasn't.
think
I thought when AD went down, I thought he was finna go into Cleveland LeBron mode. He couldn't.
Because
He tried to turn it on and he couldn't do it.
yeah, he couldn't do it low key. He couldn't do it. That shit was tough to see. He was hurt
That's
too though.
they say he was, but he looked normal to me. G. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just feel like he didn't have that gear. He couldn't switch it.
Yeah.
I just feel like he was doing what he started doing a lot in the later stages of his career. If he felt like he don't really got a chance, he'll try really hard for one game, and when he see that shit ain't enough, he just start coasting.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Exactly.
He just save himself.
I mean, but shoot, I feel like he could have beat him without AD though. I feel like the Suns.
Yeah, I think he could have beat them, but I don't know.
I stood by if AD went there, then Phoenix was gonna make quick work of them.
I mean, shit, they did it anyway. Shit, 5 games, 6 games.
Yeah. I ain't see it though. But what y'all think about Middleton though? Like, is he? Because y'all know how I feel about him. I think
Man, he
Middleton
just
didn't put
won on
himself up
shit.
there.
No, he won on shit in the closeout game.
He ain't had to.
I was
Well, I
just about
mean,
to
the
say.
question is about him, so shit.
I'm saying that's one game. The other, think about the last two games where he put their ass away
I'm about to say one of them games he had 40.
in the finals.
Yeah. No, Middleton Cole. I just don't think he like to me he still ain't no top 30 player though. Like he about like that 40, 50 range because he ain't consistent because he'll give you 40 and he'll also give you 15 the next night too.
Jimmy Butler.
Man, Middleton, he did his shit though this playoffs.
Yeah,
I
he
can't.
No,
did his
but
thing. I ain't
these
even.
So
playoffs though, he showed me some this because I was never high on him until these
I've
playoffs.
never been high on him at all. I hate.
So I'm definitely he can play on my squad now after what he did consistently throughout these playoffs, especially that one game versus Atlanta. I think it was game 6 or was it or 5, whatever. With the closer game versus Atlanta, where he went like 20 in the fourth, ape shit.
Bro, he went dumb. And then the game where he went 40 against Booker, they both went for 40. He went toe to toe
Yeah,
and won the matchup. So
I
yeah.
wasn't saying it to disrespect him. I was just saying about that game. I know he snapped his playoffs, but like I thought you was asked like, do that make him like some top level player or some shit? Because
that's what I'm asking though. Like, is he a
No,
superstar now?
no, he ain't no
no.
superstar. No,
Do
no.
he got to? What if if his game he play like what he played in the playoffs the whole next season?
I
And
don't
they,
think you will though, because I don't
I,
think you will though.
but if he do, he a superstar.
If he do, I'll give it to him. It's his world, but I don't think that's his game. Because like I said, just as much as he'll give you 40, he'll give you a 10-point nugget, a 15 for a couple of stretches. Middleton thing is like when you need him to hoop, he gonna hoop. But if you don't need him to, he gonna be average. He remind me of like who a good player comparison for him? Who average until called upon? I can't think of one right now, but Joe Johnson. That's what I think he is. Joe Johnson is relatively like that borderline star
Yeah, he
until
like a Joe Johnson.
until a big game come. All of a sudden he getting you a 50 ball out of nowhere.
ISO Joe, shout out my nigga ISO Joe.
Like that's the tier he on for me. He on that tier right there.
He was closing the Suns' ass out every game. Fourth quarter, he'll hit something big.
But he definitely they close. Like it's not disputable.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the last 3 minutes of every game, it was Middleton time, and you knew it.
So
That's
Bobby, you a Giannis fan now?
Yeah, he got me. G. I ain't
No
gonna lie
more
to you.
disrespecting him.
None, G. He got me. G. I ain't gonna lie to you. He got me. It was this series in particular. He got me because the whole postseason, I was just like, G, are you shooting too many jumpers? All that. You know how I was feeling about him.
he stopped that shit.
And then for some reason, he got to the finals. Yeah, I didn't see too many jumpers, so I was like, all right. I used to think that AD was better. I don't know, G.
He will bust Anthony Davis' ass.
No, I ain't going
I
that
don't
far now.
know.
I ain't going that far now. Hold on.
Bro, he will bust Anthony Davis' ass. I watched, I'm telling you, last year, bro. I watched the game they played against them, and Anthony Davis tried to guard him in the beginning of the game. He was giving his ass buckets, and he was locking AD ass up. LeBron, like, I got him, AD. LeBron had to guard him the rest of the game, and the rest of that shit was over with. But He was busting AD ass. I've seen it. Like AD can't fuck with him, and he bigger than Anthony Davis.
A-
That nigga a
AD
giant.
his game more diverse though. He got more shit to him.
Yeah,
That's what I was about to say. Defensively, they about even defensively, but AD sometimes it's the matchup for him because sometimes AD can be a little soft in the ass.
yeah.
So
It's the guard of him. That shit ain't never fully.
yeah, because AD really want to be a guard for real.
But that's what make him so good though, because when you try to put a big on that nigga, he finna, man, get out of my way. I got this.
Yeah,
Bro, Sean, so you taking AD over Giannis now.
Hmm.
AD losing
I
in the
mean,
first round
if I'm
with that
starting,
team.
if I'm starting my team, I'm taking Giannis. Don't get me wrong.
AD losing in the first round he played with. If you swap him and Giannis out, the Lakers winning that shit easy, and the Bucks low key losing to they losing to Brooklyn easy, getting swept. And they had swept.
I mean, you gotta factor in some other shit too though, like what you putting around AD.
I'm
It's
saying the exact same
thing.
team. The exact same team.
Nah, that team don't fit right for AD. I don't think because
How though?
they shit is more give the ball to Giannis and he finna attack the paint from the top of the key and y'all just spread out. Whereas AD, sometimes you gotta post them up, and sometimes the nigga want to be a spot up nigga. Like
Exactly. But I think I think the teams could be swapped it out. Shit, put AD, you got to lead us. Throw that bitch in the paint.
and
AD
then
got
you
it.
definitely can't play Brook Lopez no more with AD right there.
Nope.
His ass
Not
gonna
at
sit there
all.
forever.
true. They wasn't playing him as it was.
Yeah, because Aiden was running him out the gym.
Yeah, they wasn't playing him at the same time as Giannis.
That nigga really scored 50 in a closeout. I'm stuck on that, bro. They let this man score 50 and swat they shit 5 times and probably would have had 5 more. So what this mean for Chris Paul, man? Po Chris Paul.
And it's over for him. No more rings.
Yeah. Unless he go play with LeBron next year, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's over.
It's a wrap. Well, can he or bro? We didn't think Phoenix would go do it. Can he do it again? Can he bring
No.
Phoenix back or go to another team?
No.
Because he
That's
looked
a
washed in the
one-time thing.
playoffs, and he looked washed in the final.
I don't think he ever fully recovered from that injury in the first round. Because that losing the ball shit kept happening ever since that injury.
Man, he wasn't hurt. He caught the Drew Holiday flu. Stop these
I don't think he was
excuses.
hurt. He just not on shit.
Right. He got his ass clamped up by the clamp guy. Come on
Bro,
now.
that nigga was losing the ball when wasn't nobody near him. That's what I'm saying.
Because he seen Drew, he shook. That's the
But
effect
no, he
Drew
was
Holiday
fucking.
had on him.
I don't know what happened, bro. But the first
Drew
2 games,
Holiday,
he was
what
fucking Drew.
happened?
Bro, he was fucking Drew Holiday up.
Drew
But
wasn't guarding the first game. When Drew guarded him, it
yes,
was
he
like
was.
when Drew picked him up, it was like in the fourth. By that point, he was already cooking. Because they had Drew on Devin Booker at first.
Yeah, they was
Game
doing that too.
when they went down 2-0, they switched it. They had had Drew on Chris, and they put PJ on Booker, and they did that all the way through,
The biggest thing was Milwaukee made it a half court game.
as they should have.
And that's Phoenix's biggest weakness. They not built for the half court. Because if DeAndre Ayton was who the fuck he was supposed to be, remember I was saying he one of the niggas that frustrate me a lot because he's so fucking soft and it pisses me off. You too big for that.
You
If he
can't post
was,
him up nothing.
yeah, like if you could do that, then they have court to be decent. But cause Giannis had this nigga so scared in the paint. He was throwing them scary ass hook shots up, barely grazing the rim and shit. Get your soft ass on why, and then Giannis go on the other end and back your ass all the way under the basket and dunk on top of your head. Bro, you 7'2".
He a smooth ass DeAndre Jordan. That's all.
That's
Yeah.
He wasn't on shit. Like if it wasn't just Devin Booker or Chris Paul, they wasn't getting nothing. Jay Crowder did his shit though. He was hot.
He looked like about the only nigga that wasn't scared.
Bridges, after that first 2 games, one of them games he had 27. After that, it was a wrap for him. Man, they was busting their ass.
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson, he was hooping. His little goof ass be hooping.
Yeah, them light skinned niggas, man. But now, yeah, back to Chris Paul though. Yeah, either go to the Lakers or just finish your shit in Phoenix with no ring, man.
What do Phoenix do next year though? Like, do y'all think they make the playoffs?
They'll make the playoffs.
What if CP leave?
They'll still make it.
I I don't know. I don't know about if CP leave. I don't know.
Where is he?
It depends on what they do to replace him if he leave.
It's Cam Jones. Cameron Payne go start.
I'm cool. His ass be tweaking. I'm cool.
He a little OC, but he be hooping.
They can make the playoffs. You got to remember they put it together before Chris Paul got there. They was undefeated in the bubble. They just found they stroke too late. Now, would they gone to the finals? Or make at least would they made a deep playoff run without Chris Paul? Probably not. But to make the playoffs, yeah, they'll be fine.
If it was just LeBron against Devin Booker in the first round, they would have swept Phoenix ass. They would have swept them boys. Yeah. But shit, like who
but
gonna
they ain't
be
going.
the playoffs next
They
year?
ain't going back to the finals though. You can kiss that goodbye because you got
the Warriors. Think about the Warriors. They
I was
gonna
about
make
to say-
the plays.
Yeah, the Warriors definitely getting there next year.
because you
Barring
got the
injury.
you got the healthy Warriors coming back. You got the healthy Nuggets coming back. You got what Clippers fully healthy now.
You
Well,
got
at least
the
by
Jazz,
then, you got the Jazz coming
the
back.
Mavericks,
Mavs, hopefully they gonna get better.
obviously the Lakers.
Right, Lakers healthy. Yeah, see, it's
You
still
still got to worry about Portland and
I was
Memphis.
just gonna say.
well, it
Portland.
depends. Portland depends on what Dame finna do.
Did we say Utah?
Yeah,
Yeah, we said Utah, and then Memphis still on the fence too, but like
they getting better and better and better. They go beat up.
they about the
They're
same.
gonna be in the hunt, is what I'm saying at least.
They gonna be like that seventh, eighth play-in tier, play-in what's it called, the play-in tournament, whatever.
You
They gonna
never
be
know, bro.
they gonna be
Think
one of them.
about a Derrick Rose ascension for John Morant. Dylan Brooks put up like 24, and they looking like a third seed. Like they like got a legit 1 and 2, and Jaren Jackson get better. Like you never know.
I don't see that. I don't see that in them. I ain't as high on Ja Morant as y'all is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, okay, I feel that. John Morant hoop though.
For sure.
He hoop. I don't see how you ain't so. Matter of fact, explain that.
I mean, he ain't no bad player, but like he ain't on that like that. I ain't on the hype train like the media is as far as like them young up and comers. Like he ain't top 10 to me as far as them.
You don't like what? You don't, bro.
He reminds me of Westbrook, like just wild, doing whatever, making poor decisions in mid-air type shit.
He a way better passer than Westbrook though.
Yeah, because he had naturally passed the ball. Russ, he just passed. He making the textbook pass to get the assist. So like, I'm talking like as far as like his play style. I'm sure like when Russ put his head down, he's tunnel vision. Like Ja do that same shit, and I hate players like that because you low key shoot your team in the foot if what you trying to tunnel vision to don't work.
I feel that.
And he do that a lot.
Ja a real point guard though.
He is, but he also has tunnel vision, and that, like I said, that tunnel vision shit don't work all the time. Actually, more times than not, it don't work. And that shit didn't work when he was versus Utah because that shit played into their hand.
I feel like if you put more established help around him, no, he'll switch his shit up though. I don't think he's so much in Westbrook mode like that. I think he do a lot of that shit out of what he feels is necessity.
Yeah, they need him to score.
Because, bro, you can't really rely on Dylan Brooks to give you consistent like 20 a night. You can't really rely on that. And Jaren Jackson ain't never there. So for the most part, he probably just do that shit because he feel like he got to. Now, if he get him a fucking like a good Robin type player with him and he's still doing that shit, then all right, you got it.
I don't know, man. I just get real Westbrook vibes with him. When I get Westbrook vibes, I get the first round exit vibes.
I get D Rose vibes from him, bro. I don't
You
get Westbrook vibes.
You disrespectful.
Vibes, bro. Like he not reckless. Well, I mean, like he not OC like Westbrook. He reckless like Derrick Rose.
When D Rose didn't have tunnel vision. When D Rose would drive, he could switch up on the dime and throw up assist out where he'll adjust.
D Rose
like,
had tunnel vision too.
D Rose but D Rose had good decision making though. I trust
He
D Rose.
did, yeah. D Rose made great decisions back in the day. Like
that's what I'm saying. So it's like it wasn't the same.
But we gotta agree to disagree with that because I feel like Ja make real good decisions. I don't feel like his tunnel vision bad because I've seen him he make plays, but I think he go get hurt too. The nigga jump too high.
Oh, he definitely gonna get hurt. Do you see how he be landing, G? When he lands, I'd be like, oh my God.
He is hell bent on catching him a body under that rim, bro.
Like that's what he be on. Like he want to dunk a motherfucker. That's
Hey, I
he
can't
know he
lie. If I
can't.
had boings like that, I would never try to lay the ball up. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
He not laying it up if he don't have to. Like
Let him
he don't,
find a big nigga low key lacking. Boy, he finna try to punch that nigga shit.
bro. And he jumps so high, bro. That little nigga be his lobs. What? Like man, Joe. That shit, man. Next year, I think we gonna have a great year, man. Somebody getting traded. You know, it happen every year. Somebody getting traded. Somebody going somewhere else. So this shit gonna be different. This conversation gonna be different in a few months.
Yeah, so we was talking about this last time, but it couldn't fit in the recording. And it was about like niggas we think might get traded in the offseason. And it started with Damian Lillard. I can't remember how y'all felt about that. Like, did y'all think he was getting traded anywhere this offseason?
Cool. Dang.
Damian Lillard, yeah.
No, I still don't believe it until I see it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't really know. Cause he say he don't want to be traded. He say that's what he said. You feel me? But I've seen NBA players do that all the time. It's rare. It's only a few times we see a nigga be like, yes, I want to go. Like, and Damian
Right,
Lillard don't
no.
seem like that type of nigga. He probably on the low told Portland, like, look, trade me and don't let this shit get out. Like, I don't want motherfuckers looking at me crazy. I'm supposed to be loyal, so don't put this shit out. I think he gone, bro. I think he gone. I think he from this move.
Yeah, I read it. That's how I kind of read it because he didn't come flat out and say no, though. Like, he just kind of danced around it when they asked him about it. He was like, if it was something to be said, then I'll say it from my mouth. But it was a yes or no question, bro. Like, if you didn't, you would definitively be like, no, I didn't ask for no trade. That's bullshit. But the fact that he didn't say that make me think it's something else.
Yeah, he getting traded. And I think he going to like when we talked about it, I think we said he was going to Boston or we threw out I think we said the Pelicans and shit like that, but Boston was the best one for me. I think that's what Boston might where he go. Cause they think everybody want to say LA. LA don't have shit.
Yeah, they ain't got shit to offer, man. I see it like if he do get traded, it ain't gonna be in the offseason though. It's gonna be like next year at the trade deadline. Cause I feel like he is loyal like that though, where he'll see what they do this offseason and he'll see how it's working out. And if he don't like that shit, he gonna be like, all right, bro, I tried. Time to
Portland
get
need to
back.
face the music and trade both them niggas in this offseason.
I saw something about where they were saying like a trade with Philly with CJ McCollum and some other shit for Ben Simmons. Now that I think that'll make Lillard stay. Cause that'll low key be like, don't shoot me, Rob. That'll low key be like Steph and Draymond. Low key. Not as good, but it'll be like another version of Steph and Draymond. That shit could work. But put
nah,
all shooters, you lit.
if they get Ben Simmons, I'm def. If I was to trade CJ McCollum for Ben Simmons, I'm definitely trading Damian Lillard. Then I'm gonna build a whole new squad, bro, and we gonna build it around Ben Simmons. That's the thing. That's what you do.
But
Get
I'm
rid of
sorry. I
man.
can't.
That'd
I
be a
see that
great.
as Draymond and Steph, man. If you use Ben Simmons right, he is Draymond Green, bro.
He more ball dominant though. Draymond Green kind of. Yeah, he is a Draymond in a sense, man. Offensively, they both terrible.
Exactly. Let Ben Simmons do all the fucking playmaking. On the fast break, he should be the first nigga y'all look to get a ball to and let him make the decisions. And then you could let Lillard run around screens like Steph all fucking game and let him shoot from the logo and shit. Now, is they gonna be as successful as the Warriors? Probably not, but they'll be a lot more competitive than they is now. As long as Ben Simmons don't do what he did against Atlanta no more.
And I wonder what Ben Simmons. What's the perfect lineup for him now? Because you can't really pair him with other scores. Cause like a nigga like Bradley Beal, like we seen it with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler took the ball out of his hands, and you could just leave Ben Simmons. So like, what type of players is he really supposed to play with? He
That's
ain't
what I'm saying.
aggressive enough to be around four shooters.
Like that's what I'm saying. You got to put him in what'll be like. It'll be a reduced role, but at the same time, it's not reducing his role. If that make any sense, like
But he
make
hurt
him.
a score on his team. If nigga need the ball. It hurt playing with Ben Simmons.
No, I can't compare him to Draymond. Never mind, because if you leave Draymond open, he will shoot it and he will make it sometimes at least.
Yeah.
And you can't just foul Draymond because he make his free throws. So
But yeah, it's not the same, man. That's why I'm saying, like,
Everything else stayed the same to me though. Everything else.
it's tough. What do Ben Simmons need to play with? Because he can't play with any ball dominant. Because when that person get the ball, we leaving Ben Simmons' ass,
That
man.
nigga better bulk up like Giannis, man, and be Giannis 2.0. That's about the only thing I can
He
say
ain't
for him.
aggressive. That's the thing. He not aggressive.
Either you got to be Jason Kidd elite at getting niggas in the right spot, or if you got to be aggressive. Like ain't no in between for you to be that big and always had a ball in your hand. It got to be one or the other, bro. Cause you right, he can't play off ball. Cause then we just playing 4-on-5. I don't know, man. That's tough. Nigga better become a center or some shit.
I think he's fine as he is. He just needs to be on the team where he in the Draymond role. If he's not gonna shoot the ball, then the Draymond role fits him perfectly. You just have to find the pieces around him for him to play that role. Like if anything, I would trade him to Portland, but you got to keep the backcourt as it is. Just get rid of like one of the front court players, maybe like Nurkic
Boy,
get Melo.
Philly ain't going for that.
I'm not. I'm saying as an example. Like I'm not saying like actually do the trade. I'm
They got
something
to
like
figure out how to make it happen where they can
like
keep
like
both of
like
them.
like a role he could thrive in. Like that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm. That is what I think too, though.
Because
Like,
because
Now
because
that,
if he
yeah, I think if he play with two scores, he cool. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Because if he ain't gonna shoot, then he's basically he's light skinned Draymond, then just more athletic. So and that's the case. You maximize what he can do for you instead of just forcing him to be something that he ain't. And the best team to do that, because obviously he can't go to Golden State because they got Draymond. So therefore,
mhm.
you got to send him somewhere like Portland or shit the Kings because you got the backcourt with De'Aaron
Yeah,
Fox,
fucking
Buddy
Buddy
But
Hield.
Hield.
what they go trade? What Bagley and man, what niggas go trade to get him?
Well,
That's
see,
what make it
that's
hard. That's why I think Portland the best option though, because CJ fit right with Philly. He's something they need, so they both win in the trade, and then you just give them some picks and shit, and you'll be good to go. But a lot of only other teams that really got shit to offer is garbage ass teams.
I think he could go somewhere a garbage team and make them good if he go back to what he played like his first 2 years in the league where he was semi aggressive. He get some type of aggressiveness in him, he'd be all right. But niggas didn't know he couldn't shoot. So that's why it was sweet for him back then. We know his ass can't shoot a lick. We leave him. And we know he want to pass. The nigga can't shoot and he wants to pass. Don't stick him.
No, for real though. I think it's time to admit that Embiid was carrying that nigga throughout forever.
no, I ain't going that far.
No,
I
I don't think
I,
he was
I
scared.
still think he under the what's the name, the James Harden echo. He just trying to get up out of the me
Who?
personally.
Ben Simmons?
Yeah, I done said that for a couple of years now.
If he want to go, just say that.
Yeah.
Don't not shoot the ball at all, my guy.
Because if you look at his practice film, folks be shooting the lights out. But at the game start, he refuses to shoot unless
There's
it's
a lot
unless
of people like that though. Like,
unless it's a surefire dunk, he won't shoot. But like you see him in practice, this boy pulled up from the logo. He hit tough fadeaways in people's faces, all that. When you
Oh, his play in the playoffs though crazy.
like his like the open runs and shit, them pro-ams, Ben be going crazy. And then he get an NBA game, refusing to shoot.
maybe it's something his coach be telling him. Maybe his coach don't be wanting
They
him.
say it's all mental. Like Doc Rivers say, he do everything he's supposed to do until the game start. They say it's all mental.
Maybe he come back shooting right handed next year.
And then I remember somebody said he was shooting with the wrong hand, one of his coaches. I remember somebody else saying that he had told them that he don't want to shoot the ball till he a KD level shooter because he one of them players where he watches his stats. So it's like I don't know.
Tough.
But see that's on the coach. He gotta get with a coach where they gonna if you're not gonna shoot, I'm not gonna play you.
Yeah. Like, bro, you gotta be at least willing to try this shit, man.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's all I'm coaching. If you're gonna enable him to if you want him to shoot, you have to punish him when he don't shoot. That way, it forces him to shoot. You can't just have him out there not doing nothing. So if you run a good 2-3 zone, if you run a 2-3 zone and you front the right side, he's a non-factor.
Like Atlanta did they ass.
Yeah, then you become a non-factor.
Yep. Literally non-factor. Nigga wasn't even attempting shots at all.
Yeah.
Layups or nothing.
Yeah, and that's why I like Draymond. They make fun of Draymond because he can't shoot, but at least he launches them bitches,
He will pull that bitch. You leave him too open.
and they always go in when you need them to. So I don't trip at all, except in that play when he did that bogus ass floater. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Free my nigga Steph, man. Tired of seeing that man get triple teamed every fucking game.
Play
So
come back. That shit over with.
wait. Now that I got y'all, because I just thought about not to cut y'all off. Like, I got to get this question on. I told you I had a series of questions. Back to Chris Paul. They say this is the sixth series where he blew a series lead of some sort. I got the thingy on my phone. Hold on, I'll read it off to y'all. Chris Paul teams where he's blown leads. A 2-0 lead versus the Spurs in 2008. A 2-0 lead versus the Grizzlies in 2013. A 3-1 lead versus the Rockets in 2015. A 2-0 lead in the first round versus the Blazers in 2016. They put a star on that say because he gained a broken hand. The 3-2 lead versus the Warriors in 2018. That's when he pulled his hamstring. And then now the 2-0 lead versus the Bucks in 2019. He is the first player ever in NBA history to blow a total of 6 2-0 leads in a best-of-7 series. Do y'all feel like this? Do you feel like this right here puts a hit on his legacy?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, because when you talking to somebody who really is like who paid attention and knows the context of every series, you can't really hold everything against him. Like
I hear you.
Looking back at this fucking closeout game against Milwaukee, man, Chris Paul was fucking hooping. Them other niggas ain't show up.
No.
Yeah.
In this game, yeah. But the other game, it's a few of them games he cost them. Because a lot of the I got another
talk
stat
about
for
the
you.
closeout game though, bro. When it
But
really matters, like he stepped up.
But that's one game. I can't excuse you for the other 5 games where you turned the ball over more times than anything. They say the last 2 games he had 13 turnovers total, and that's just in 2 games. And he led this series.
Turning that bitch over too.
But Chris Paul led this series in turnovers though for both teams.
Hey man, sometimes it really do just be like that.
Cause he was bro, you gotta think before that he wasn't turning that bitch over. He was killing. Like I can't. This don't hurt his legacy, man. He too great.
It's the Drew Holiday flu. I'm telling you.
I don't think it is because he was fucking Drew Holiday up.
I think to say it messes up his legacy is just like totally discredit his opponents, and I'm not a fan of doing that. So
no, it don't.
Because I feel like when people play bad, a lot of times it's not just because them doing it, is they getting affected by the people they playing against. Like you said, the Drew Holiday flu. Like if you say Drew Holiday is locking him up, you can't also say like he was shit. Like Drew Holiday is an elite defender, so that's what he do. He locks everybody up for the most part. Because don't nobody lock Steph up. But
I was about to say not everybody because he was on a podcast with JJ Redick where he say Steph the one player who cook him every time.
Hey, I said for the most part. I know
yeah, he be trying to guard KD, getting his ass exposed.
Come on, that's Kevin Durant, bro. What the fuck?
I was just about to say that's KD. I've only seen one player guard KD, and that's Iguodala. What I was about to say? Oh no, I hear you. I don't really, me personally, I don't really hold this series against him because I didn't think the Suns was gonna win regardless.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. I mean, the Bucks should have been clear favorites anyway.
But it was a couple of series where he was a favorite, and they took him away anyway.
Now I remember that one against San Antonio. That one is 100% on him. I remember that.
I was about to say because that one versus San Antonio, he blew that one. The one versus the Rockets, he blew that one in 2015. I watched that series closely because I wanted
that was the one where the Rockets brought the bench in because they thought the game was
over and then the bench won the game. Yeah,
I remember that
because I wanted Chris Paul to win that matchup because I wanted that Warriors rematch. Remember the year before that, the Warriors had lost to the Clippers in the first round. So next year, if Clippers win that series, they see Steph and them in the Western Conference Finals for the title. I wanted that rematch.
That's when Josh Smith went crazy from the 3-point line out of all people.
Yeah.
Fucking Josh Smith.
Yeah.
And was out the league immediately after.
Right. They had James Harden on the bench. That nigga Josh Smith was going stupid.
Yeah. I think the coach at the time was what's dude from the Kevin
Kevin
McHale.
McHale.
Yeah, he
Fuck with
benched the
Kevin
whole
McHale.
starting lineup for the whole fourth quarter, and the bench went absolutely ape shit and won the game.
Corey Brewer
Fucking
and
whip his ass.
and
Yeah,
fucking Josh
Terrence
Smith.
Jones.
Yeah, and
yeah,
Terrence Jones, they hoop, bro. That shit was raw.
yeah. See, that to me that falls on Chris
But
Paul.
that's been a thing with Chris Paul a lot though, where he gonna get the majority of the blame when shit don't go wrong. When shit do go wrong. But when you look at his overall numbers, for the most part, shit don't be his fault. It be a lot of the other niggas that don't be stepping up, but he get the majority of the blame. Like, yeah, okay, he led the series in turnovers, but can you say without Chris Paul, this team is even here?
Well, see, yes, but then you can't do that though, because that's lame. Because you can say the same thing with with Devin Booker though, because if there's no Devin Booker, Chris Paul don't get here. So like that's the mute point. You can't use that one.
But it's like they don't got nobody to create other than them
I
two.
literally just used it.
They don't got nobody to create other than them two. Of course, he gonna have a turnover.
Because that don't make sense. That's like saying LeBron don't make the playoffs without AD. Well, no fucking shit. We saw that already. So it's like do the Bulls win without Jordan? No, they don't. Like you can't use that.
Right.
Yes, sign me.
That shit don't make sense. Like that's an easy counter argument. Like I legit hate that argument because it's just dumb.
It's not.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The nigga from a team, they're not there. That's simple.
It makes no sense, man.
How that don't make sense though, bro? Like,
because they're there. You can't say, okay, well he underperformed, but you don't get here without him. Well, no fucking shit. But we're here anyway, and he underperformed. It don't change nothing.
Hey, it ain't his legacy. Don't take no hit. I don't care.
Man, fuck
his
out of here.
legacy is the same.
He ain't what y'all thought he was.
It ain't like he's elevated point though, where he's like, we talk about him like as like the best point guard ever. Some shit. His legacy is the exact same. He's a great point guard, top 5 all time at his position. That shit don't change.
Top 5 all time?
Yeah, he top 5 for sure. He top 5.
I don't know, big fella.
This ring, honestly, to me, put him top 3, but he didn't get it. He top 5.
No, he wasn't gonna get top 3. Top 3 locked up. I don't know where you got that from.
Top 3 kind of locked up.
That's Magic. That's Magic, Steph, and Isaiah Thomas. He can't sit at that table. You gotta have 2 rings for that table, sorry.
I think he could touch Isaiah.
You could flip
if he had a ring. If he had a ring.
Have you
throw that nigga out the window?
Have you seen Isaiah Thomas' numbers?
Yes, he averaged like 22 and 12.
I don't care about his numbers. He's a bitch. Fuck him.
I know his numbers. He did his shit.
What you owe?
Fuck Isaiah Thomas. Fuck the Pistons. Fuck the horse he rode in.
Yeah, no.
What
Fuck
you
his
owe?
bitch and the click he claimed.
Folks is 25 and 15 every night. What is y'all talking about?
Yeah, I know he was doing this shit.
Folks is cold. And then threw in 3. Who you disrespectful?
Fucking bitch.
Wait, hold on.
I already had seen his stats.
See, Isaiah Thomas was cold, G.
Y'all Chris Paul, Chris Paul did the same.
Bro.
No.
Not 14 assists a game like Isaiah, but
19 and 9, bro. He had 1 year where he averaged 14 assists. And after that, he had 11 or 10.
But he averaged double digits. He averaged 20 and 10 for 4 years straight.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all.
Okay, Chris Paul did the same shit, didn't he?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yes, Chris Paul has done the same. But
okay.
But he got rings.
He's a champ. I knew you was finna say it.
I
knew it. I knew it. Don't you do it.
Hey, that shit matters, man.
And now Chris Paul didn't do 20 and 10 4 years.
No, he didn't.
He did it 2 years in a row. But he got a lot of double digit years. But I don't know if he better, man. Like you can't he didn't win a ring, so Isaiah's still top 3.
But I've been trying to stray away from comparing niggas of different eras, low key. Cause I feel like we tend to hold the era people played in against them, or we use it to like uplift people and shit. And I don't like that.
I wasn't even talking about the era. I was just talking about his game and what he achieved. Like,
no, I was just talking about me personally. Yeah, that's what
I'm about to say.
Compare people from different eras no more. I just try to take them for what they did when they played.
Right, that's what I was talking about.
Chris Paul is a better player than Isaiah Thomas, to me.
Hey man, listen. Whatever you smoking, let me try some of that, man.
I kind of agree, but his ring set him apart.
Because you got to win. The name of the game is to win. If you don't win, you in a different tier.
Blase.
Yeah,
It's
his
left.
ring set him apart. He not.
So
I
Robert
can't put
Ory is
CP
better
over
than
him.
Karl Malone. All right, got it.
They don't have the same numbers.
I don't care.
Isaiah Thomas kind of
Robert
got better
Ory.
numbers, and
Man,
he got more
Ory got
rings.
7 rings? Come on, man.
But see, but what I
You
just
want
said
to
though,
do the rings
I didn't.
argument?
But I'm not doing the ring. All I said was the ring. It set you at a different table. You
Uh,
in the conversation regardless. But like when you got the numbers and the ring, you at a different table. If you got
Yeah,
just the
you got the
numbers,
numbers
then
and the
you
ring.
at a whole different table too. See, he can't sit with Steph, Magic, Isaiah Thomas, but he could sit with a Jason Kidd. He could sit with a Steve Nash, Gary Payton, and them. John Stockton. He could sit with them. He would
fuck that.
he on that level.
John Stockton gets so disrespected, man, and it's crazy.
I thought that was cold. What you mean?
No, I'm not talking about by you, bro. I'm talking about generally. Like people do
Oh, I was
not
about to say
mention, and it blows my mind.
because he in my top
Me,
5.
for me, I don't know if he in my top 5. I don't know. He might do be in it, but
That nigga,
I'm not a John Stockton fan like that. He
Because
cold though. Don't get me wrong.
he was 14 assists every night for like 10 years
Yeah,
straight.
every night. I know his numbers there too, but he don't have the
Yeah.
ring.
steals, bro. Like you
Right,
put that ball in front of
and
him,
3
he's
4
facing
steals.
that
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
is
know John
facing.
Stockton got the numbers. He got the numbers. But I don't know. Am I
Hey, he
taking him
ran into
over?
Jordan twice, so he ain't never get his rings.
He don't got no 20 and 10 years.
No, he don't. But that wasn't never his role. His role wasn't never to score.
But still, Isaiah averaged 14 assists 1 year with 20 points.
But Isaiah job was to score though, because he was low key always the first option anyway. He was just so much of a gifted ass passer too that it didn't matter. Like on those Utah teams, Karl Malone was always the first option from the jump.
Yeah.
Like there was no mistake about that.
So y'all think John Stockton could have averaged 20 if he didn't have Karl Malone?
Yeah,
If you told Stockton to shoot the ball more, he would have easily averaged 20.
Yeah, he could score. It just wasn't his job to.
Because we know Steve Nash could have did it.
Yeah,
And
it's the
Steve
same
Nash
thing.
was like the last of them. Like him and Rondo was like the last of that. They want to be actual point guards where if you don't tell them to score, they're not gonna try to score.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is I'm gonna get everybody else involved, but that shit don't work no more, low key.
No, you got to score now. You got to.
Everybody,
Unless you just a great ass passer.
nah, you
Like
still
you
gotta
have to
score.
be a great. I think of Rajon Rondo how he was with Boston. Like I think he could be a. I think that type of player could be good in the NBA. Who legit play with 3 other scorers and just really set their ass up. But he also aggressive when he need to be. Like how Ben Simmons need to be.
That Rondo did so much more than passing, though, bro. He was a nightly triple double threat, and he played great defense on his matchup. So it was more toward the like Stockton. I don't know though, because if you put him in today's game, these niggas is really big now too. I don't know. I like how Gilbert Arenas was saying, "Well, you too fucking small."
That's what
What
I'm
niggas gonna
saying.
do?
Like that's why I don't put him there. Like I don't think he could stop Derrick Rose in his prime.
I don't think nobody could stop Derrick Rose this prime, unless it was somebody like LeBron. That was your only hope. Put a ginormous nigga on him.
I do you one better though, because to go back to Sean's point about you have to be able to score. These days, teams like the league so smart with it now. It's like if you a non-scorer, and you on the floor, defenses will exploit that every rip. Like it's been plenty of games I'm watching, dudes I ain't never heard of, where they be like, okay, he can't score. I mean, so we gonna shift the defense a certain way to make him have to beat us. Like they always exploit that, like every rip. So like these days, you have to be able to score. If you can't score, you're gonna be a liability come playoff time. Like it never fails.
It's a difference between not scoring and can't shoot. That be the niggas who can't shoot.
No,
Scorers living in the NBA.
no,
Look at PJ Tucker.
but
He
see,
could shoot though.
he can shoot, so he excluded for. I'm talking about like people like Rudy Gobert. They exploded the fuck out him on the offensive side. The Clippers did. It got to the point where they couldn't play him for stretches, and he the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, he can't score, bro. That's players like big man like that is horrible.
But that's what I'm saying. It's getting to the point where you have to be an offensive threat of some capacity, or you can't, or you unplayable. PJ Tucker can at least shoot the 3 ball, so therefore you have to account for him. Rudy Gobert can't do nothing if he can't duck the ball.
The game is too spread out now, bro. You can't. Everybody on the
Yeah,
floor got to be able to score in some manner.
You got to be
right.
able to shoot, at least shoot.
You can't just
or post up.
that lob threat shit ain't even really as effective.
Yep. Yeah. That lob shit. That beware the lob shit don't work.
And niggas like James Harden and Trey Young make it look more effective than it is because you
Yeah.
so worried about what they gonna do.
Yep. That's all it is. You have to gravitate towards them when they do the pick and roll.
But when teams be like, you know what, fuck it, we just gonna double down on
Mm-hmm.
the nigga driving.
And we're not gonna overreact.
Yep. Once they stop overreacting, that shit be cooked. Except for James Harden. That nigga find a way every time.
With them drawing foul.
Should Westbrook get traded?
I
Westbrook
read something that said that they're trying to get him on the Lakers.
I seen that too.
Damn. Mini LeBron and LeBron.
I was about to say that ain't gonna work. You run
It ain't
2-3,
gonna work.
they smoked.
Bro, I could see him having J.R. Smith flashbacks. No.
Yep. Because they don't need another Westbrook. They need shooting. That's their Achilles heel. Lakers can't shoot.
On paper, they should have been one of the best shooting teams in the league, but yeah, it ain't working.
They couldn't do it. Shit, they can't even shoot on 2K. The shit crazy.
Damn.
The shit crazy.
2K. Come on now. Bitch ass Kyle Kuzma. I'll never forget that nigga for scamming me like that.
Hey, I saw a meme that said he peaked in the summer league when he won the summer league MVP like 3 years ago. I'm like, y'all bogus.
Low key, it's a fact.
I'm like, y'all bogus.
Nigga scam me, boy. I remember when LeBron had first got there, and I was like, man, trade everybody except Kyle Kuzma. All along, should have traded Kyle Kuzma.
And kept fucking Brandon Ingram.
That's
Boy,
crazy.
They have Brandon Ingram right now. Raps.
Shoot, they had Lonzo. They have been straight. That's why I said they should have kept.
Oh yeah, do the Bulls get Lonzo?
Oh,
they need to. They need to. Goddamn it.
We could either just straight up offer him a decent amount of money and not have to worry about the Pelicans trying to match it because they already said they're not matching no crazy offers for him. Or we try to sign and trade with him. And then that way we could get rid of Kobe White or Markkinen or both.
Shit, all of them. Shit. I get rid of everybody but Zach and Vujicic. I feel like them the only two that's untouchable to me. All the niggas after that, man, I'll see y'all later.
Contract up, right?
God, I hope so.
That nigga finessed Washington so long ago.
Because him and Denzel, I don't know who worse. Actually, no, I do know worse.
You
Denzel
know
worse.
nigga.
Denzel worse. Denzel is worse.
You know who worse, nigga.
So let me ask y'all this. So who y'all got going to the finals after this? Y'all think it's gonna be the same way? Or it's gonna be what we thought we was getting this year, which is Lakers versus Nets?
I need to see how the offseason play out before I can answer that. Because it might be some shit that happened that changed my perspective. I still think regardless Brooklyn going. But in the West, I don't know. Because I don't know what's finna happen with Dame. I don't know what's finna happen with Chris Paul. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like no matter what, it's gonna be Nets coming out the East.
Yeah, I think we all can agree on that.
Yeah, no matter what.
Because they was gonna go this year. Like, we all know that.
Oh, because they was going with just Kyrie and KD. And Harden was hurt. They was up 2-0. Ugly on the Bucks.
Them niggas was a big ass shoe away from putting the Bucks ass out.
I was
For
just about
real
to say,
though, bro.
He was a shoe size away. That shit crazy. And just think, see,
that was another thing. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. But that
go
was
ahead.
another reason why I can't put Giannis as the best, like above no nigga like KD. Like, yeah, he won that game, but we're not finna sit here and act like KD ain't have damn near 50 with no fucking help that game. Like, come on, man.
And he clean behind the line, bro. Like, it's just, the NBA rules, your toe on the line, and you feel me? Like, bro, that's in the streets. That's a three.
I was about to say, in the streets, he sent them niggas home, man.
Yes, he sent them niggas home, bro. I just didn't want them niggas didn't want them to win it, so I was happy. But to keep it a bean, come on, bro. Tay was busting their ass.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I agree with that.
If you're gonna put me on a spot, like just off top coming out the West, the fucking Warriors, man. What the fuck is you talking about?
Low key,
bro.
I feel the same way, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you. If Clay is Clay, 100% Clay,
they tough.
I guess Steph, because Steph took them niggas to the wire with no help.
None. Zilch, my nigga.
So you telling me you get Clay Thompson back, which is all he was needing? Oh yeah.
And you know they finna flip Wiggins or Oubre or both for somebody, bro.
No,
Probably Wiseman.
keep Wiggins. Flip Oubre ass. Get him up out of there.
Oubre got to go. He can't stay
Yeah.
with them. He didn't
Yeah.
play good at all.
He don't fit with them. He don't fit their style.
I definitely don't want to see that Dame shit though. Don't even try
I
that.
don't want to see that.
No,
Either.
no. He ain't gonna fit either. That's gonna be like D'Angelo Russell again. So
I'm cool.
we cool on him. Really, just get rid of Oubre, stabilize the bench, work Clay back into shape. If we gotta keep the rookie, let's see if we can develop him to be more like DeAndre Ayton.
They need to keep him.
That's what I said. Keep him and
He
like
gonna
just
be a fucking animal, man. I'm telling you, Wiseman is gonna be a fucking animal.
Yeah, Wiseman.
Yeah, but I like the Warriors right now. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors. I'm not worried if the Lakers go back to the to the finals. But if I gotta place my money, I'm taking the Warriors until I see something different. Just get them G leaguers off the bench, off the roster though. They gotta go.
They got a good. Don't they got 2 picks in this draft?
Yep. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. That's why they primed to make a trade, like a big trade, bro.
2
I just
picks,
don't-
Wiggins and fucking Oubre for shit. Damian Lillard.
No,
I about to say fuck them rookies. Trade all them niggas for some vets.
Yeah.
We ain't got time to be developing rookies and G leaguers and niggas who's out the league. Nuh-uh. We trying to win now.
This is why I needed Phoenix to win the championship, because Giannis wasn't gonna get his ring.
Come on,
Milwaukee
stop.
was
Don't
gonna
say
look
no
in the
wild
mirror
shit.
like, bro, we're not getting past Brooklyn. It's time to just blow this shit up. And then Golden State was gonna be like, so I see you looking to trade Giannis, and they're gonna throw them picks and Wiggins or whatever the fuck else at him. Bam, I got Giannis instead.
Maybe they had to put
Got
Wiseman in there too.
Bye. I don't give no fuck. I'm getting Giannis. Bye. The fuck? I get
But
Steph
see,
and Giannis.
this is also, I say all the time, I hate teams that be like, they give up halfway through and just say, fuck it, let's tank. This is why you always go for it, because you never know what happens in them playoffs.
Yep.
Because the Bucks and the Suns, let's keep it a buck, they wasn't supposed to be there.
Hell no.
They was there because they put their best foot forward and just said, fuck it, let's see what happens.
Mhm.
And it went in their favor, see? That's why you always, if you like the Heat could have had James Harden, but they stayed pat because they didn't want to lose too much. Nope. I would have pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I would have traded for James Harden. Fuck that.
Because they didn't want to give up Tyler Hero, who
Fucking-
ended up.
Who didn't do shit this year?
Philly too.
Who didn't
Philly
do
could have
shit.
got James Harden.
Yep, and they didn't want to give up nobody. See, this is why when you got opportunity, you say, fuck it, we gone.
I think regardless of your situation, if you got a chance to get a top 5 nigga on your team, you take it.
You always take it.
The fuck
And
is you waiting?
And I hate teams who be like, nah, because I don't want to mess up my team. I don't want to gut my team. Nah, fuck that. Come
I
on.
thought the shit with Toronto would have changed everybody's mind. Even if it's just for 1 year, nigga, you got a chance to get a ring out of it.
You would think. Because he did it the right way. He said, fuck it. I don't care if it's just a rental because he said he ain't staying. We going all in. Let's just see what happened. And it paid off. He got him a ring.
Niggas remember how it was with Melo, though. Melo fucked up the Knicks team, and they didn't have shit.
But you got to run the risk.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's a risk you gotta
they
take.
happy they took Melo, though.
That's what I'm saying. You want to be mediocre for the next 10 years, or you want to win this one ring and then be mediocre after that? Come on now.
Because Toronto happy. Like,
Right.
You
it
hear
don't
me?
matter
They
what happens.
chilling. They don't get no fuck.
You hear me? They went from the champions to not even making the playoffs, and I bet you ain't nobody complaining.
They made the playoffs the year after. But
Did they?
lost to
Oh,
Boston.
okay.
Yeah, they lost to Boston first round.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the I'm Just Saying podcast. We appreciate the people who take the time to check us out whenever we upload, whether it's one person or a million people. We fucking with y'all, so we appreciate that. If you're listening on Spotify, be sure to drop a follow. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up with all our latest content. We'll catch y'all in the next one.